We do have a Fox News alert now. There is an active shooter situation developing in Idaho. As you look at your screen right now, multiple firefighters have been ambushed and shot while responding to a brush fire in the city of Coeur d'Alene. Reports say multiple people have been injured. Police are asking people to avoid this area, and a press conference is scheduled for later this hour. We will bring you any new updates as we get them.
Hey, Sean Hannity here.
Fox News alert. Officials giving an update on the active shooter situation developing in Ohio. At least 2 firefighters have been killed after they were ambushed putting out a fire earlier today. Police say they are still receiving fire as we speak. Let's listen in.
With their surroundings.
Sheriff Norris.
Did you mention that the person that called it in is most likely the shooter?
No.
Okay.
No, we didn't say that. We said the first call was at 121 on a fire, and then we started receiving over our radio that the firefighters were receiving shots fired from the mountain.
Sheriff Norris, has anything happened like this before? And if so, do you think you and other law enforcement entities will be more aware going forward?
You know, this is an interesting dynamic. This, we have seen some of these things in a urban environment where firefighters were in a urban setting, putting out firefighters during civil disobedience, getting shot at. I've seen that. I can't say that I've seen it in a rural setting myself, but I have seen it in an urban setting frequently where firefighters do get shot at in, civil unrest, yes.
So do we know if there's 1 or 2 shooters?
We don't know if there's 1, 2, 3, or 4. Yeah, we don't know.
So just for the fire itself, firefighting efforts, is it contained? Is it still spreading? What does that look like?
Well, it's gonna keep burning because we can't put a lot of resources on there right now. But Chief,
no, we won't put any resources out there until the threat is neutralized.
Do we have like a risk of wildfire? Say, is it high winds? Is that going to fuel the fire or anything? Or is it?
We're at a high state right now in wildland, so it'll calm down as the evening progresses, but then it'll pick back up tomorrow.
Thank you.
And hopefully this is neutralized by then.
Thank you.
Sheriff Norris, how are you feeling about this overall from when you first got the call to just now from what you've learned?
You know what? It's going to be the tough next couple hours. Yeah, absolutely. I'm hoping that somebody has a clear shot and is able to neutralize, because they are not at this point in time showing any evidence of wanting to surrender. So as soon as somebody has a clear shot, I encourage them to take that shot and neutralize the threat.
I've seen several life flight helicopters coming in and out. Are there any other air resources that are being used at the moment?
Oh yeah, we have our Emergency Operations Bureau that is containing assets, and whenever a situation goes beyond the local resources, which this has, like I said, we have other counties that are here, we have federal authorities that are here, and we will neutralize this threat.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here.
Let's talk about the local personnel on the ground there, the county personnel as well. Can you talk about some of the support that they may be getting from around the region and around the country?
Yeah, as soon as the sheriff requests federal assistance, you don't really need like a federal statute right now. So I'm sure the FBI, ATF, all the other federal agencies around there are moving their people towards it. The problem is it's such a far distance. You don't have like a SWAT team around the corner where you would in a big city, so that those teams may take a while. The hostage rescue team is a possibility. They can get on a plane. They've flown out before, but it's, probably 2 to 3 hours before wheels up, and that's a tomorrow thing. And same thing with a lot of federal agencies. This could be a 5-6 hour drive. They may be looking at, like FBI has aircraft to bring in tactical units quicker. But, time now, you're looking at probably those assets getting there and then again, you have to come into it. You just can't get on the ground running. You have to go to the command element and then, figure out where people are and then have one controller, one command element telling people where to go so you don't, again, have them running into each other.
The other piece of this, there's a couple of things to this, Rob. First of all, you've been referring to the suspect, right, the shooter, singular. I think that's just because that's what we tend to think of in these situations. The sheriff made very clear they don't know how many people are out there with guns shooting on their personnel.
Yeah, like I said, it is really tough to tell, especially, I mean, you can get rounds off very quickly that it sounds like more than one. You have the echo effect in a canyon. They may have other information that there was shots coming from two places that would be hard to be one person, but they don't want to speculate right now. But you always have to assume the worst.